Hello and welcome everybody. Today we're talking about some chips that I like to collect. I like chips, right? Now, it's funny when I say the word collect. There are so many different segments in the poker chip world where people are collecting playable casino sets. They're collecting individual casino chips, rare chips, ivory chips, antique chips. There's all sorts of collectors out there. I'm kind of this very average pop culture collector is kind of how I like to think of it. So looking down at these chips, what do you think of? There's probably somebody already typing Alcoholics Anonymous. It's an AA meeting. Yes, some people will think of that. Other people like me think of pop culture and movies. The Sting is the first thing I think of when I see these. By the way, pokerchipforum.com is where I read about that. I was like looking for the Sting poker chips and I search it, on the internet, and the first thing that pops up is Poker Chip Forum. I'm like, oh, hey, my friends at Poker Chip Forum. And there was some information about these. So it's very interesting that Broadway. Now, I like to collect individual chips. I like collecting casino sets. I like all sorts of things. So I'm very average when it comes to my collections, and I wouldn't say I have anything really valuable. These are not incredibly valuable. So let me tell you what we're looking at here. If you go back and you watch my last week's video, I tried to make poker chips out of shellac and chalk. These are made out of shellac and clay. And these were the affordable chips back in the day when they came out. So these came out around 1905, 1910, and they just made lots of these. Not incredibly valuable, something that you would see in home games and in the Sting. So the question arises, is that appropriate to cast these in the Sting? If you consider that the high-end chips were made out of ivory and stuff, would that have been more appropriate? They were on a train. And if you remember when, The Sting is such an interesting movie. Paul Newman. So when he's playing, he looks at his cards, and then he totally takes them off the table and puts them on his shirt, which is you don't do that in Las Vegas. Just leave your cards on the table. Just have a look at them, leave them there. So it's just funny how the whole thing breaks down and they're like, what do you want me to do? Accuse him of cheating better than I am? It's just great. If you haven't seen The Sting, there are some younger people out there who haven't. Go watch it. It's a fun little show. So these are the chips that they had in front of them during the train poker game. So that's why I got excited about these and I had to buy them. Just look at this. Clay shellac, early 20th century, 1905, 1910s, when they started making them, and who knows how long they actually manufactured them. And this is very time appropriate. This is something that they would have had in that era, the Great Depression era, for home games, games on a train, making films, and not incredibly valuable, not incredibly scarce. So very much like some of the home sets we have today. These seem to be 39 millimeter chips. I measured them and weighed them and all of that stuff. You can have a look. And these chips, I want to keep safe. Now, I want to talk real quick about something. So these are some airtight cases. Now, these I really like. I feel like they keep things really safe. You can see some Mapes and Money Tree chips in here. Oh man, lovely TR Kings. So I like airtight cases for valuable things. But for things that I don't really see as too valuable, just kind of pop culture collections, I don't mind using something less expensive. If you look on my Amazon shop, you'll see some H39, H40 cases, which are great for coins or valuable chips. But for less valuable things, I like these. I don't know if you'll be able to read, just as high care 100 piece. And these are just little plastic cases, 40 millimeter cases that don't fit super tight, and they have this little opening slot right here where you can use your fingernail or whatever and just stick your fingernail in there and open these pretty easily. Here I am looking through the viewfinder, maybe not so easily, but generally speaking, these pop open pretty easily. People love watching me struggle on camera. So there you have it, and then they slip in here. Now, they do slide around a little bit. Okay, so here's a Paris lovely chip. In the airtight cases, these poker chips, Paulson, Top Hat, and Cane Mold chips don't slide around, okay? They're very secure in the H39 cases. Whereas these particular chips, in these cases, do slide around a little bit. In my experience, you can't hear it here, but my experience is chips do slide around a little bit in here. So not premium cases. I wouldn't recommend these for anything super valuable, but just to keep things safe until you're making another YouTube video, these work great. So I really like these cases. You can find both those cases on my Amazon shop. Check the links in the description below. So I'm excited to read your comments. What do you collect? Do you collect awesome geometric shape inlaid chips like these, circle triangles made of shellac and clay in the early 20th century, or do you like more modern stuff? Do you like casino chips, sets, playable sets? Always fun to read what other people enjoy collecting. It's a fun hobby. And if you want to connect with other people like that, definitely get on pokerchipforum.com. Such a great place. They have fun discussions about poker, just everything else in the world, fun movies like The Sting and Molly's Game, all of that. And we're going to do a quick sound test actually before I put all of these away. Let's see if I can open up this one pretty easily. And let's grab this one as well. When I think of The Sting, I think of this yellow one in particular. I think of these yellow and blue ones. Now that's enough for a sound test. We want to compare them to ceramic chips, some casino chips. Speaking of Poker Chip Forum, if you want to get some obsolete casino chips, one of the best places to do it is on pokerchipforum.com. They have cells where vendors will go and buy these from casinos that have been shut down or that never opened and make them available through pokerchipforum.com. So a great place to learn, collect. It's just a wonderful place, wonderful environment. So quick sound test here. We need more than that. Let me open this last one too. I don't mind. Hope you guys enjoy poker chips as much as I do and just watch all of this unfold. These shellac chips sound very brittle. Very different sound. Yeah, these sound more like ceramics than compression molded clay. There we have it. So I'm going to go ahead and put these back into storage. I hope this was interesting to some of you. Let me know what you think about these chips and your collecting habits. Please visit our sponsor and visit that Amazon shop in the links in the description below. If you enjoy this channel and this content, please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.